Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It's Wednesday, October 10th. Hope you're holding strong despite the sideways movements we've been seeing over the past few weeks of the prices. Nothing happening despite really bullish news, news of corporate America, Wall Street, traditional companies getting into cryptocurrencies. However, as we've discussed, there is manipulation in the market, as well as a lot of the holdup is also dependent upon the SEC and regulations. We've talked a bit about some of the catalysts that could spark a bull run. One being the launch of Ripple XRP, which took place, but still no movement on the market. However, the actual banks are still in the process of rolling out on XRP. We also talked about news of big corporations or Wall Street firms or Wall Street personnels who maybe make an announcement that they're coming into the market. And we saw that TD Ameritrade talking about their launch of Eris X, which would compete with Bakkt. We also heard about Rick Edelman, who's a Wall Street legend, saying he's getting into crypto. Still no movement on the market. We also know that the SEC seems like they're going to make a decision on some Bitcoin ETFs, the big ones. And I know they have a deadline between, I believe it's the first round of feedback is due October 26th, and I believe the decision process will hopefully we hear something by November 5th, if I'm not mistaken. That could be a catalyst, but also also I should say the launch of Bakkt, which is powered by ICE, Starbucks, and Microsoft, will be launched in November. We don't have a hard date, but that is coming, and let's see how this plays out, guys. The good thing is we know, given the history of the crypto market and seeing the movements, we have been growing incrementally year over year, right? The bottom of this year for Bitcoin was between 5,800 and 6,000. I'd say mostly people say 6,000. That was the bottom it was reaching for the most part. And you go back years and years and you'll see, different support levels. Each year you have a higher low, so to speak. And this is true for Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, and so forth. So we've seen the growth, but we have to be patient. But this is unlike any other time in crypto. Why? Because we now have institutional money. We have companies, businesses, traditional markets, stock exchanges, right? We have a lot of traditional businesses now getting into crypto. We're seeing some adoption. We're seeing rollout of services and custody services and trading and so forth. All these things setting the stage for the takeoff of the market. What we have to do now on our part, and seeing all this news, is to be patient and pay attention to the news. I always tell you guys, follow the money. What are the whales doing? What are the businesses doing? And they are all getting into crypto. And one such news, guys, this is some interesting facts here. Crypto hedge fund launches are soaring to record levels this year. Now, this year, for the most part, after in January, prices were high, right? December to January, we had a big correction. A lot of the exchanges had to close their doors. They couldn't handle the traffic. Then we had a lot of FUD, right? Going into February, March, and so forth. And the market was in bear mode since then, guys, up until now. Obviously, now we saw a bit of an uptick and prices are moving sideways. But really, we are still in a bear market. And despite that, significant process has been made behind the scenes. Investment funds, as I mentioned, businesses, stock exchange, and so forth, getting prepared, launching their services, launching their custody and trading services, everyone gearing up for the next takeoff. So let me give you some details here. Despite despite the bear market in the cryptocurrencies this year so far, crypto hedge fund launches are spiking to all-time highs. According to a new report from the Crypto Fund Research, 90 crypto hedge funds launch in the first 3 quarters of this year, and the total is expected to reach as high as 120 for the financial year. With roughly 600 hedge funds of all types expected to launch in 2018, the expected 120 crypto-focused hedge funds would comprise a notable 20% of the total. So do you see what's happening here? As many of you may know, hedge funds are generally looking to invest in stocks, bonds, ETFs, options, different types of investments. But with this new asset class for crypto, we're seeing specific hedge funds that are launching, and we've seen a few that are very notable, like Galaxy Digital, which is headed by Mike Novogratz, former billionaire Wall Street guy. Michael Arrington's Arrington XRP Capital, which is a hedge fund denominated in Ripple XRP. So we're seeing a lot of funds, and a lot of the Wall Street folks are starting their own funds. Now, I always pose these questions to get you thinking, why are they doing this, even though the market has been going down since January? Being in a bear market, a lot of FUD, right? Why are they doing that? Because they are looking long-term, not just short-term. They're not focusing on just, the price is moving sideways right now. They know what's to come, and they are looking at multiple factors, as I always tell you guys to look at. Who's getting in the market? What is happening? Are the governments on board? Yes. Are the Wall Street herd, so to speak, moving in? Yes. Has crypto incrementally grown year over year? Yes. Those are all factual. You guys have the data on the charts. Go to CoinMarketCap, Live Coin Watch, whatever you want. Go back and look at the history and the growth, guys. It's all there. So it's not like there's nothing to hold to. We have actual data and trends and facts. So this is a great sign. I love hearing news like this, where hedge funds usually deal with folks who are very rich, of course, who hundreds of thousands into millions, who are looking to invest, guys. So some great stuff here. Now, some next big news. Former Nasdaq subsidiary executive joins crypto exchange Gemini's client service team. Now, friendly reminder, Gemini is owned by the Winklevoss twins. I have an account there, but I haven't used it. They're just like Coinbase. They only have a handful of crypto, your major ones, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and so forth. I'm sure they will be following suit and adding more crypto, but they have, the Winklevoss twins have been filing patents left and right. If you recall, they tried to introduce a Bitcoin ETF. They recently got insurance for their exchange, which is very important for the institutional investors, right? So they're making progress, and they got, guys, a former Nasdaq subsidiary. So former COO means Chief Operating Officer, of major U.S. stock exchange Nasdaq subsidiary, Jeanine Hightower-Sellitto, has joined crypto exchange Gemini, the company revealed in a Medium post on Wednesday, October 10th. The U.S.-based Gemini, launched by the Winklevoss twins back in 2015, has hired Hightower-Sellitto her last name is weird, as a managing director of operations to lead its client services team. As per the release, she spent 13 years as the chief operating officer at the International Securities Exchange, transforming the startup into a major exchange purchased by Nasdaq in 2016 for $1.1 billion. According to a finance magazine, Banking, Finance, and Review, Gemini expects Hightower-Sellitto to develop its marketplace along with enhancing the crypto exchange experience for, guess who? Institutional investors. Hightower-Sellitto is not the first ranking Wall Street professional hired by Gemini. As Cointelegraph wrote in June, former chief information officer at the New York Stock Exchange, Robert Cornish, joined the crypto exchange team to control tech initiatives and to monitor the deployment of Nasdaq's market surveillance technology. Now, as I always tell you guys, read between the lines here. Why would these very prominent Wall Street folks be going into crypto? Why would they go to as some people say, a scam, a Ponzi scheme, whatever it is, pump and dump scheme? Because they see the technology, they see where we're headed, the natural evolution of currencies into crypto, right? The new launch of a new asset class, which is crypto, and of course, blockchain, which is a revolutionary technology that's going to change the world the same way the internet did. So when I see things like this, I get more confidence, and I don't care what the hell this chart says with all this red right now, because I see what the big money is doing. I see the moves being made, and a lot of people don't take the time to do this research, and this is why I'm happy to share it with you guys. So I want to spread the knowledge and have people be educated and look at facts and take a logical approach to this, not investing with your emotions. So look at this, what's happening. The Wall Street herd, guys, they are getting in, launching their own services, joining exchanges, right? It is happening right before our eyes. And I know some of you are very eager to make money, but you got to be patient. You got to be patient. It is slowly but surely happening here. And when you least expect it, this market's going to take off again. They're going to pump it back up. And a lot of that, will be based on some, the things like ETF and, of course, some real world adoption. I think once, for example, Ripple XRP, once these banks are rolling and they're transacting on using XRapid and that volume is appearing, I think that is also going to spark some more interest in the market. And as we saw, Ripple XRP led the market for a good solid few weeks, where the anticipation for XRapid coming, it pumped up from like 20 something cents to over 50 cents, right? And I think once that volume, the actual utility kicks in, we're going to start seeing some FOMO kick in as well. Let's see, just some other information here. Other Wall Street execs have also recently joined various crypto-related projects. For instance, Goldman Sachs Executive Director Priyanka Lilarami, I'm butchering these people's names, joined the Maltese crypto startup Hold, and the head of these Central Europe at Fujitsu, Dr. Wolf Werner, moved to blockchain nonprofit IOTA Foundation, and crypto exchange Coinbase hired former PayPal and Facebook executive David Marcus to be among its directors. So it is slowly but surely happening, guys. The Wall Street herd, they're coming in, they're getting their jobs, they're building their new businesses, their services, all in preparation for the growth and takeoff of this market. And even with the market being in a bear mode and prices going down for a while and now moving sideways, this is a huge sign of the things to come. Now, some other positive news specific to Singapore, and the reason why I highlight these things, crypto is global, and things that may happen in South Korea, Singapore, wherever it is, can affect the price of the crypto you're holding, right? So you have to think about how big this crypto movement is, this new asset class. So Singapore moves to help crypto startups receive banking services. The Monetary Authority of Singapore, the city's state's central bank, is working to ensure cryptocurrency startups receive domestic banking services as part of the country's efforts to boost fintech development. I wish more of this was happening in the United States, where all, because we saw a lot of banks and credit card companies were, going the anti-crypto way, now allowing people to easily buy and purchase crypto, right? But if we get we're getting the government, there's still some clarity needed. We can get the banking sector and so forth, all these people to whitelist crypto, and still have these stupid rules and regulations, like let people use their money to invest in what they want, right? That's going to open up more opportunities for people to invest, eliminate roadblocks. So in an interview with Bloomberg on Tuesday, Ravi Menon, the institution's managing director, said the central bank is trying to bring the banks and cryptocurrency fintech startups together to see if there's some understanding they can reach. Menon added that a majority issue currently facing Singapore-based crypto startups is that traditional banks are reluctant to open bank accounts because some aspects of the industry could appear obscure and dangerous to both regulators and financial institutions. The nature of this business is a bit different, so banks need to employ other ways in which they can establish bona fide, Menon was quoted as saying. So they are making the right moves, and this is why I applaud countries like Malta, which is opening up everywhere. It's opening up all the respective doors to help crypto and blockchain to grow. And I'm hoping more countries follow suit. That's not to say, the banks can't have some level of restrictions or whatever, right? I understand they're a business as well. However, at the end of the day, your money in the bank is your money, and you can do whatever you want with it. Now, you should invest wisely. Obviously, don't invest more than you're willing to lose, right? Be smart. But like I said, if we can get the governments and the banks and everybody aligned, we can eliminate a lot of hurdles and people can freely invest in crypto. And I think we'll eventually get there. Right now, still a lot of people are uneducated. They're scared. They're skeptical, especially, those within the government. We've seen some of these congressmen, saying Bitcoin or crypto is only used by scammers and criminals and all of that. So we have some ways to go, but we're making progress, and it's good to see some of these countries making moves in the right direction to support crypto. All right, on to some other big news here. Mercado Bitcoin has added support for XRP. So they said, this is translated, by the way. Do you have XRP? Transfer now to Bitcoin market and participate in the opening of the market. You will soon be able to negotiate on our platform. So they tweeted this, I think it looks like it was late yesterday. And here's what their profile looks like. So like I said, this thing is worldwide. So this is in Brazil. And one of Ripple's employees, Warren Paul Anderson, he says, great to see Mercado Bitcoin support XRP as a new liquidity pool in Brazil. And here's what their website looks like. And this is translated, by the way, because it wouldn't be in the respective Spanish language there, and they have the XRP in parentheses Ripples, and you can click on that to learn more. So it says trade XRP at Bitcoin market, blah blah blah. What is XRP, Ripple, etc. Meet Ripple. So they give a lot of details here. So slowly but surely, XRP is being listed on more exchanges with fiat pairing. XRP being added as a base currency. I'm hoping to see more of that. That is certainly a use case that will be important for XRP, so people can use that faster, better technology versus Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Faster to use, cheaper, handles more transactions per second. So it is happening, guys. It is happening here for XRP. Now, I did want to quickly share, Bittrex tweeted today that they added more support for new eligible states within the United States for fiat pairing. I'm still waiting for see more states, but looks like they're making progress. I would just want you guys to know about that. You can check out their tweet and look at their list. But I hope they get all the states in the United States, and with the fiat pairs, I think that would be big for the market. And like I told you guys in a video about cashing out your crypto, if Bittrex is available in your state, be sure to sign up for your limits increase, being able to increase withdrawals. So when you're able to cash out, you can withdraw more money, of course. So don't forget to do that, guys, as well on Coinbase and different exchanges. This way you're prepared, you're prepped, you have your cash out plan ready, because you never know. Honestly, like I said, you never know. Some kind of catalyst could drive this market up. We could hear something from the SEC tomorrow. Who knows, right? Or some really massive bullish news that can spark the bull run. Things start going up. You have your prices you want to cash out on, and you're ready to go, guys. So as you can see here, we got some red. It doesn't bother me at all, because the herd, the hedge funds, Wall Street, we have the traditional companies, we have exchanges expanding, the infrastructure is being built out for the growth of this market. Yesterday, we talked about Uphold and them offering the ability to earn interest on your holding your crypto on Uphold, and even getting a line of credit against your crypto. So think about that. That is merging of traditional banking services into crypto, right? You earn interest on your money in your bank account, as well as being able to borrow money from the bank via loan or line of credit, whatever it is, and you borrow maybe against your house, your whatever it is, right? So we're seeing the maturation of the market, and things are being prepared for the takeoff, but we got to be patient. I see some comments, price is not going up, sad face, why is it not moving? I said it before, no one has a crystal ball. We can make educated guess based on the facts, the trends historically, but no one can tell you when the bull run is going to happen or when the price is going to go up. But it will get better as the market matures. Right now, it's very young. It's being manipulated a lot. But given what we saw last year and previous bull runs, potential to have prices go up high and make a good profit and return is definitely high. Definitely high. I made money in the last bull run. So I'm holding strong, waiting for the next one. And I will continue to share the facts here with you guys and share my opinions. Obviously, this is not financial advice, just my opinion and what I'm doing, and just sharing here some of the facts, like I said, because I believe, as an investor, you should be educated about what you're investing in. You should know all the moving parts and components of this. This way, you're not scammed. Well, I shouldn't say scammed, because unless you're like investing in some sort of big connect or something, but I should say you're not left behind. These things, some things, you don't miss opportunities. You're capitalizing on all opportunities. I should put it that way. Once again, I shouldn't have said scam unless you're participating in like a big connect or something, but rather you don't miss out on opportunities, and you have your plan in place so that you're ready to cash out at your respective price points. And that's super important, right? Regardless if you're investing in real estate, stocks, gold, and silver, you should be well versed in what you're investing in, know the facts, know who's doing what moves are being made. It's very important because it's your money, right? You want to make sure that you get as much return as possible, and you don't want to be left on the cold, so to speak, right? Where something happens, for a specific coin, and then that coin tanks, or the market goes up, and you want to be ready. So this is why I create this channel, to help share the knowledge here. So as I said before, if you find this helpful, you share this channel with your friends and family who want to learn about crypto and blockchain. And also, I don't over speculate. I take a logical, factual approach here. So thank you guys for your support. If you like this video, please thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll talk to you guys later.